Hi, welcome to my channel Against the Grain with your boy Rodney. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much to my new followers. I'm truly grateful um, that my channel is growing. And I would have came to Rumble at the beginning. At first, I started with YouTube, and then I started with the Parlor, and I was so excited to be on Parlor because, like I've been telling you guys in the comment section, I'm the only Trump supporter in my family. So it just felt nice to have people, not just that believed in everything that I believed in, but that understand what's really happening in the world, not the crap that they're getting off the media. So I'm I'm very grateful to have you guys here with me. I wish that my partner brothers and sisters were here as well. Uh, I I think a couple of months ago I told them to come over here, and I know you guys probably think I'm not talking about Parler, a dead platform. It's really not funny how they what happened to them. So I'm not laughing at that. But like I said, I had a lot of good friends, and now I can't even contact them anymore. So I understand why people say to have multiple sites, platforms, just in case something goes down, because it may not only happen to to just one platform. It could happen to a lot of platforms. So this we're living in a kind of not clown world, but it just seems like everything is upside down. And I was able to make a lot of good friends that helped me to get through the process, the MAGA process, and if you want to call it that. Because, like I said in my previous videos, I had a lot of people attacking me, calling me coon. And it's funny that Democrats are calling me cool. Democrats, the party of racism, calling moi a coon. But it's just, I don't know. I wake up every morning and just like you, try to find out what's going on in the world. And I knew this racist issue wasn't going to go away with the Democrats. The uh, I knew that the reparations wasn't going to go away either because that's my cat Bella. She's trying to get out the door, but I told her in or out because I can't open the door while I'm doing the video, of course. But I knew the Democrats were going to um, continue this craziness, and I have a friend that I for 30 years now. She can't stand Trump. She hates Trump, and doesn't matter what I tell her. Doesn't matter what I show her. Uh, Before she was, oh, Trump would never do anything. He would never do anything for black people. Yeah, really. Showed her a couple of videos, and I get no response. She should have been talking about Obama, not Trump. I digress. But anyway, she told me that she goes, Rodney, it's amazing how things are. She goes, I don't understand. Black people, they're not sticking together these days. They're not sticking together as one. And I had to think in my mind, this is something that I've been telling her for years and years and years and years. And people like her, they don't want to hear it. I talked to her about how Democrats are trying to make us all victims. And she says, no, we're not victims. That's just the way it is. But she asked me that question. And if you watch my previous videos, I talk about all this stuff about me living in black communities and how I tried to help rebuild black communities. And it wasn't just one time this happened to me. I moved in at least 3 or 4 times, and I volunteered my time, my services. And I got to be very careful about this because I always see that we're individuals who make our own choices. So I'm not going to put everybody um, in the black community in the same box. But I would just say the majority of the people in those communities, the black communities that I experienced with, there was nothing but chaos, trouble. Nobody could stick together. Everybody was always trying to stab each other in the back. It was horrible. And the last one that I lived in, the last black community that I lived in, I really gave my all to the community, and they basically chased me out. They didn't know my politics at all. I just did things that they wouldn't do, and this guy came up and told me to stop it. I'm making them look bad. So, anyways, I told her the reason why um, we're having a hard time in these communities. It's my cat. Is because there's no accountability, and when there's no accountability for bad behavior, what happens is that it's passed from one generation to the next, to the next, to the next. And she's right about that. The black community, they don't stick together like the Jews do, like the Italians do, and like Irish and other people. They don't stick together like they just don't. So I remember a long time ago asking her this question. We got into an argument because I hate when people use the race card for every or slavery for every little thing. People that never experienced slavery in their lives, all of a sudden they're the experts on slavery. So, anyways, I asked this person. Uh, I said that well, this is happening because, like I said, we're not sticking together. We're not uplifting one another. It's like everybody's trying to get the best of everybody else, and it's a continuous cycle. And we have to come together and uh, try to clean it up and try to make it better for the next generation. And I'm not seeing that. When I talk to this person about it, it's always, well, the reason why black people don't stick together like the Jews do is because we were in slavery for so long that it passed down to our genes. Therefore, my cat's up playing my guitar. Therefore, hey Bella, get down from there. Hey, 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 Bella, get down. Sorry about that. Um, it, it just she's trying to make an excuse for slavery being passed down to our genes, and that's why we're depressed. That's why we're having anxiety, and that's why we can't get anywhere because like the white people, they kept us down. The white man kept us down, and we're not able to move and maneuver and come together, and they're always trying to mess us up. I said, no, wait a minute. First of all, it's not true. Second of all, we don't need white people to mess us up. We in our communities we make our own mess, and the problem is we try to blame other people. Accountability. And I've been going through this with friends and family for a long, long time, and it gets so frustrating. It really gets frustrating, and I don't see anything getting better any sooner. I just don't see it. I believe that it's taken uh, decades to condition people. It's going to take a decade to, you know, take the brain, uncondition these people, basically. But I just have to get that off my back because I don't like it when people use uh, their color for every little thing, like the white people holding me back, white people are holding us back. I give you an example. There was this guy that went into the community where the last black community that I lived in, and he would drive around and try to get uh, these people kids jobs, and all day from from 7 o'clock in the morning to like 10 o'clock at night, you'll see on the steps are all just hanging out doing nothing. So you pass, go around, do you want a job? I could hook you up, man. I could hook you up. I could get you a job. None, I, you couldn't get him a job. None of them want to get a job. So how is the white man holding you back when they didn't want to get off the butts to get the job? So I'm fortunate that I'm able to see with my own eyes what's happening. I'm not somebody that don't know what's going on, that's on the outside. I've been on the inside many times, and this is I keep on experiencing this the same thing over and over again. Like I said, I want to be careful because I don't like putting everybody on one basket because we are, at the end of the day we are individuals who make our own choices. But again, from my personal experience and living in black communities, and this is what I've noticed. And I'm not saying all the old people because I find that the older generation, not the mothers and fathers, the older, the grandparents, I think they were the more of the hard workers in the family. I don't know what happened to the last two generations, or I really don't know what happened. And I know a lot of people are going to get mad at me and call me coon, but but in order to fix something, you have to acknowledge it. And that's how it works. If you don't acknowledge it, you're not going to fix that problem. So I just want to say that. I just had to get that off my back. But love you guys very much. Please keep on following, subscribe, share, because boy, I'm getting censored everywhere. But I'm not gonna complain because everybody else is getting censored too. And one of the reasons why I want to be on YouTube and left, I just don't want to be on conservative websites, is because I don't want to talk to people who already know the things that I already know. They already know these things. I want to talk to Democrats and other people and liberals that only have one side of the story, and maybe my experience may open their eyes a little bit. And that's the reason why I complain so much about being on YouTube and being deleted. I want to be able to, I don't mind working from ground zero. Um, I can handle all the name calling and everything. I've been through hell in my life back and forth, so I could take all the hate from people. Um, from me talking about my personal experiences. And I just like to share that with you guys. And we'll talk again. God bless. Love you guys. Peace out.